think I named this the wrong thing, but I think I'll have to fix it later. Oh no, right here. Because this is the 5th live stream for 24 hours. There we go. Hello. All right. Hi, Alara. Again. And Girly. Again. It's time to get this thing finished. The background. Hi, Joyce. Here's the cool thing about going live, like, several times, is I get to say hello to all of you, like, over and over and over again. It feels good to me. I hope it feels good to you, too. It's just like, I don't know, just lots and lots of, like, friends and saying hi. And there's something about greeting friends that makes you feel good. Hi, Rachel. A play date with the boys. You did something today on this Saturday. I took my puppy on a walk, and now it's thundering, so that was good timing. You got a shower and luncheon. Excellent. I put my chatelaine in a Q-snap, and now I'm very excited to stitch on it, so I need to finish this so I can get to it. Yes, licking floss is Rachel. Unlike other people. I wonder who she's talking about, Alara. We have basically decided, though, that Alara is just as much her name, just like any other nickname. Hey, Bex. How has today been going for you, Bex? Oh, the rain just came. Apparently, there's a chance of hail. I don't know how likely that is. I did not look at the radar or anything, but could be exciting. A walk and then a ride in the car. Holy smokes. You know, if I disappear, we're just going to say it's a thunderstorm and my internet went out, okay? But I hope not. It is more than a pitter patter. It's very windy and yeah. So we'll see. I mean, if you guys can hear the rain, then that's not, it's not a light thing. We'll see how that plays out. Where's my scissors? Okay. 1,500. 1,500. Oh, 1,000, I mean. It doesn't matter. It does seem to be raining quite a bit across the states and Canada. I think the Canadians were saying too that it was rainy this morning. Once upon a midnight dreary, I woke with something in my head. As long as they keep their seatbelts on, they'll be fine, right? humor me and tell me lies. Oh, I like coffee and I like tea. Da 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 da. Girlie, you live like a couple hours away from her? Or is it further away? Hey, Samantha. It's in the 70s here. But yesterday was like 90. I don't have the allergy things going on, so I just don't think about opening my windows enough. I should, but I don't. I mean, you don't want that warmth yet, Alara. Random thought, but pretty certain Mushu's in Springfield right now. Pretty sure that's where he was meeting her. Not far from you. Yeah, I knew you'd be familiar with it. Are you prepping to start your new project? Or have you started it already? Until you're in Canada? Well, I suppose then you have something to look forward to after Canada. And then you'll have your fine 1.5 weeks of spring before you go into summer. It started. Yeah, humor me and tell me lies. I'm so excited to finish this background. There's a bunch of French knots for like falling snow throughout the background. I'm not particularly looking forward to finding where those all are in the pattern. It doesn't print out large enough to mark off, and you can't force it larger. I'm considering beads, but I still have to find it's the finding where they are in the pattern that I'm not looking forward to. Because it's like, where's this one pink dot? Let's get them all. But I am definitely considering beads instead. Oh, not off your phone. Yeah, you wouldn't have as many options there, I guess. So pattern keeper like a paper pattern it is. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Yeah, but backstitching at least are lines versus like point. So there's something going for backstitching, like point for backstitching at that, just for that reason. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. It's also one of the biggest reasons that I copied this chart was so I could mark it up while I was stitching it, but then I still had a clean copy to reference when I got to the back stitching. And the French knots. Where does this line end? So French knots don't make you sweat, just back stitching? Correct. Oh. Emma. Hi, Emma. Thank you for the subscription. Our little. We've kind of come to the conclusion that dimension kit backstitching is very different from other chart backstitching. Because Alara doesn't mind the backstitching as much on other charts, though they still make her sweat. And I'm a terrible friend, and it makes me, her misery makes me laugh. It's a good thing there's only 12 of you here right now to hear me say that. Your potion bottles are awesome because you make up the backstitching as you go. The misery makes me laugh too. It's all good. Excellent. Oh, Pip thinks she wants to come in here, but is she willing to commit to being in here? Oops. Apparently willing to drop everything. There's definitely two kind of styles for backstitching too, like where they kind of go Lego blockish and the other one where it's more smoothed out. Can't read that right now. Okay. That wasn't a Freudian I thought Alara would like it though. Backstabbing. Everybody loves your backstabbing, Joyce. I think that indicates most people's feelings on backstitching right there. Lara shares your humor. There's nothing wrong with that. The older kids can be like, mind, yes, I understand, Kate. Carol, I'm with you. Like, I really don't mind backstitching. I've got I've got one of Alara's to backstitch. Hmm. Okay. I've only stitched one mill hill, but sorting the floss was not like my favorite thing to do. It wasn't awful, but not my favorite. Just sorting the blues. especially if they get the number of strands wrong. Like if they're like, oh, you have 3 strands of this one, and you're like, none of these have only 3 strands. Or lengths of thread, you know? I am so close to this fill-in. So close. What is it about being so close to the finish that makes you like forget that you should probably say something? Like I'm not the only person here. You guys are here, but I'm just laser focused here. You're sitting on the edge of your seat. I still have like this kind of top portion to do though. So this whole section is now, that part of the background is done. But I do still have a little bit more background to do. I just need to figure out where. And mark off the chart just for it to be done. I think I need to get a different highlighter soon. This one is running out. Okay. Now, question is, can I figure out where? Right? Okay. I'm gonna reposition the hoop. Maybe. If I can take it off. Ow! Stab myself with my scissors. Let's see if we can't get this finished up. I love how glowy that looks. I really do. So good. So good. Okay. What am I doing here? Star. One, 7, 1, 9. Is this my needle? I think it is. Mushu, I'm very proud of you right now. And I love you too. I am really excited. I'm so close to the end of this background. So close. We're gonna get there. Cause I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, giving up. Oh my gosh, this needs to get out of the way. No, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath. There we go. There's nothing left. I'm giving up. No, not me. All right. Okay, look, I did pull up questions though, so while I'm working on this, would you rather, wait, this seems like not even something I would think about. I have an immediate answer, okay? Would you rather be able to take back anything you say or hear every conversation around you? Oh, I love Andy Grammer. And I love him as a person too. He's a good guy. I have zero desire to hear every conversation around me. I already hear too much of them. I don't need more. I also don't think I need the ability to take back things that I say. But if I had to pick between the two, I'd rather have the ability to take back rather than hear every conversation. Like, overstimulation much? No. I don't want that. One, two. Oh, Samantha, you want to hear every conversation. Hey, Shauna. Lunch break. 'Cause I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Even when nobody else believes. So don't give up on. Neither. Carol chooses neither. I mean, it doesn't say you have to take back everything you say, just anything you say. So, in my mind, that means you get to choose whether you take it back or not. I just don't care to hear other people's conversation. Need a third option? Would you rather questions don't give third options. However, you all know that we come up with third options all the time. But I don't have anything for you right now. I guess like we could go extreme and say your third option is to like not hear or speak ever. We could just remove both options. So don't give up on me. The ability to take it back is a definite for you. Yeah, Shauna, that's where I'm at. Like, I don't need more in my head. I can generate plenty in my head without any like constant other conversations. Plus, like, what if you're at a place like the subway or a restaurant and there's like 20 conversations happening? If you could hear all of them, like what use is that? Is there a use? Dominique is funny, guys. She's like, what the heck are they talking about? Um, See, but if you're going to revise what you say, you could just go forward and revise what you say, right? I mean, shouldn't that be what a conversation is? Unless we're talking Narnia. I stand by what I said. Like, a conversation should allow you to the other person point out, like, something's wrong, and you're like, oh, you're right. Let me revise. That seems like a healthy conversation. Three. This is true, Alara. It does say hear every conversation, which to me implies the understanding. Yes, Joe, I did. I finished the bottom section, and now I've got a little bit up here and maybe here. I'm not entirely sure about that part yet. I haven't really looked at the charting. Just taking it a bit at a time. It's not very often that I feel like I wish I could take something back that I said. That I couldn't just like apologize for and ask forgiveness. Jen! Hello, my friend. How are you? Your third option is the ability to understand what your toddler is saying? Bex? That could be a very good third option. Oh, thinking? Ooh. Do you really want to know what she's thinking? One, nope. This one, 7, 159. It's been a long time since there's been a toddler around. Hey, Kate. I don't want to know. That's the thing, Kate. I would not want to know how many hours were used in in sorting floss. Toddlers are like that, I think, Bex. Oh. Oh, finals project. That's a big deal, Rachel. Would you rather be 5'4"? No, just kidding. I'm 5'4". That's not what this says. I was definitely switching numbers. Would you rather be 4'5"? There we go. Or 7'7"? There you go. 4'5" or 7'7". I want to hear these answers. Do you want to be super short or super tall? I feel like you can adjust for being short easier than you can adjust for being super tall. You can buy children's clothing and not pay tax on it. I like your reasoning, Kate. Okay, but if I'm 4'5", then Mushu, you're also gonna have to shrink some. Like maybe to 5 foot. Kids' clothes are a lot more fun than the bigger sizes. I don't disagree with you, Kate. Sherry, as someone who is 4'10", you'd prefer to be tall. But would you prefer to be 7 feet 7 inches tall? See, you can adjust better when you're short to things. But like if you're really tall, I mean, like that's almost to the top of the ceiling. Like you'd constantly be stooping down to get through doors and like your vehicles. Alara, you also think you're taller than me. A fun size candy bar. One, two, three. Okay. Oh, I totally read that reverse. Yes, you picture yourself shorter than her, but she's shorter than you. How are we taller than Jen? I'm not a tall person. How tall are we? I am 5'4". And you are just a smidge shorter than me. Unless I'm shoeless and you are shoe. What's the opposite of shoeless? Because I was trying to say shoe full, but shoe full is not a thing. Me? You think I was taller? I'm 5'4". Yeah. Opposite of shoeless is Mushu. Nope. Rachel, you and Alaire would be just about the same height there. Rivka's not here, but Rivka is super short. She's in the 4-foot range. Like, somewhere in the 4 feet, but I can't remember where. But she's very short. We're all fun-sized here. The thing is 5'4" feels fairly average-sized. Like, 5'4" to maybe 5'7" for females. I've never really had trouble at a grocery store. And we're the same height, Joe. One, two, three, 4, 5. Shauna, you're taller. You're definitely taller. How did you not ever, like, stand next to Alara? Maybe, Shauna, here. Maybe you feel shorter than Alara because she makes videos and you haven't yet. Sorry, Peroska, we are not talking your unit measurement. The last one on the top shelf? Of course it is, Joe. I've discovered I'm just encouraging you to make videos, Shauna. That's all. Or is it low because I'm shorter than you? The camera adds inches to us. Well, because on camera there's no gauge, right? So you just kind of like, oh, everyone's as tall as me in this video. Your first video is going to be 5 hours long. We'll watch it. We'll watch the 5-hour video. Though a 5-hour video would take decades to upload. I love all these stories of like people feeling short. See, Shauna? You have people who would watch your video. You just got to make it. Here's the thing, if your video is going to be 5 hours, how would you find 5 hours? Like, girl, you're busy. Like, I absolutely would love to see a video from you, but I completely get that your time is strapped. Make videos just to earn enough money for your cross-stitch addiction. Well, monetization is a terrible way to make money. Just putting it out there. However, if you're able to monetize, I'm a proponent of you should monetize because YouTube will. You should as well. Joe, we've been trying to convince Shauna that she should make videos. But I really do understand the time factor for her is not an easy thing to work with. Hi, Jan. How are you? Right, break it up into sections. Oh, yay, Jan. Thank you. He might be here in the comments. I don't know if he's still there. But thank you. I stitch birds. Her first 4 videos are nothing but parades and kids. She wants to start, not even things that she's already started, just like, I want to start. Jen, of course that you would love that. You and your 140 whips or whatever. There's the link. Peroska gave you the link, y'all. I feel like anybody who's here on this channel really likes the long videos because we make long videos here. So, you're currently uploading things you want to start next year video now. You get those goals in, and then you can do all the starts. And have like 200 projects. It's crazy. You foresee kids making appearances and wanting to help. And it's so helpful when the kids get involved, right? Kaylin is happy being behind the scenes and editing. There it is. And I'll stay there. As long as you let me. Alara, what makes your afternoon brick wall different from your morning brick wall right now? You are sleep deprived. Kaylin helps me by yelling how I forgot to use my mic again. That's usually how that goes. More typing, Alara. Don't close your eyes. Chat more. Somehow we'll get you through 8 more hours. I don't know how, but somehow we will. I mean, that's just real mom life, right? It's would be very relatable for like every mom out there ever. If we send a pizza, you have to stay awake to open the door for the delivery person. Snap. That's true. Do you need more dinner, Alara? Who am I handing out your information to next? Shauna, it's just relatability. That's all. Does it need to be on video? No, but so many people would relate, and that gets you people. Like, your people find you at that point. They're like, this mom is keeping it real. And then they are your friends forever. Okay, so after you burn the hamburger helper, let us know and we'll send you the pizza, okay? Hey, Jordan. I just don't find it acceptable to let my best friend starve, okay? That's not a thing I can do. Bex was having pizza tonight too, so. Ooh, we're keeping Michelle company at the gym. I'm at the gym now, guys. Look at that. I've been in Walmart, the gas station, on the road with people. Where else have I been? Target? I've been in Target. Now I'm at the gym. I've been on the big screens. I've been on the little screens. I mean, Alara, if you didn't live 8 hours for me, then I would make you dinner. But I would come and make your hamburger helper for you and not burn it. But, yeah. I just wander around your house with you in your pocket. I've been many places in your house. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey Michelle, how tall are you? I am intimately acquainted with Alara's pocket. I guess we should have taken 5'7". We should have taken guesses on how tall Michelle was and seen who was closest. That sounded so wrong. Me, Kate, sound wrong? Never. I'm the most innocent. We were a would you rather question. Why was this a conversation? We were talking about our heights and how short people felt. Being innocent and sounding innocent are two completely different things, as I well know. Do I know it? I feel like 5'4" to 5'7" is very average for a female. But most people here are on the shorter side. It was the consensus that Alara seemed like she should be taller. She is just slightly shorter than I am. Hey, Leanne. It was supposed to be a stitchy day. It didn't turn out that way, huh? What is it that you're stitching on now? Have a good walk home. See you, Michelle. Well, the thing is with this dress is that it's not just like a straight line. So there is a part like her dress, here if I tilt this, the line of her dress comes here, but the snow is part of the dress down here. The same thing happens kind of in the gold at the hem. Hi, Sarah. You're 5'10". Sharon, we're the same, 5'4". See, there's a good couple of you up there in that 5'9", 5'10" range. You never felt short until you look up at your children. I mean, at 5'10", I wouldn't think that you would feel short. It's funny. I'm trying to decide what to do, and I'm not even just gonna stitch. Let's just keep going. 60, 17. Where am I looking? B 17031. Yeah, he's not gonna stay short like you, Alara. He's not. So I suppose you need to enjoy that company while you have it. Oh, yay, Leanne. I will look forward to seeing your picture. Especially because when you move a hoop, you've got the whole picture there and it's fun. I mean, at that point, you gotta just say, like, my dog is shorter than me. He's my buddy. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I'm good. Kaylin is maybe like an inch shorter than me, but she's 13. So I anticipate her being just a little taller than me when she's finished growing. However, my arms are longer than hers are. And she realized that's probably why I have a lot of trouble with long sleeve things, is because what we're thinking is I have a longer arm span than she does, even adjusting for like an inch difference in our height. So if I have longer arms, long sleeves don't often hit where I like them to hit. You move the Q snap just to move it. I'm not sure that I've ever heard somebody do that, Rachel. Like I just need it to be changed. Oh, really, Rachel? I didn't stop growing until I was like 15. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was definitely more like 15 before I stopped growing. Huh. Well, she's definitely grown in the last year, so um she's definitely hasn't stopped yet. Um, would you rather be poor and work at a job you love, or rich and work at a job you hate? I'm pretty certain I'd always pick to work at a job I'd love. Whether, even if that meant being poor. Oh, this is 3 strands. Oh, I do need 3 strands. I'm gonna say yes, you can pay your bills. I can't hear your life now. I'm gonna say yes because it doesn't say like in poverty. It just says poor. So you can be able to pay your bills and still be poor. You just don't have that discretionary income. More money would ease the pain, but does it make up for hating your job? Because hating your job can have a very like physical difficulty. It's kind of like it's a different difficulty from being poor, I guess. I should say this acknowledging I've never actually had to live with financial troubles. I'm not sure that I would necessarily say rich. I'm not like celebrity rich, right? But like I've never needed government assistance or anything like that. Leanne, that's what I was thinking because if you hate the job, like it can very much physically affect you. What are the hours of the job you hate? The same as the hours of the job you love. I'm like making up conditions here for everybody. Wonder what the job you hate would be. Are you saying, Jen, that you would like a lot of jobs? Can't buy me love. Money can't buy me love. Can't buy me love. Chrissy, I don't feel short at 5'4". Like I don't feel short. Good luck car shopping, Chrissy. I'm sorry about that, Jordan. But I'm glad that you're loving what you're doing now more. That's good. It does not specify why you hate the job either. So, do you hate the job because of the people, especially if, yeah, or, yeah. Here's the thing about the would you rather, right? It usually is dealing with the extremes, right? So, yeah, we would rather be somewhere in the middle. Rachel, like you were saying, yes, you'd rather be comfortable, but it's the thinking about the extremes that I think then help us understand like a little bit more about why we like certain things or why we dislike certain things and what you would do about it in your life. Welcome back, Suki. Where's my highlighter? Here it is. Ugh. And the other thing I love about these questions is I love seeing the perspective from everybody. I really, because most of the time, not everybody will fall on the same end, right? Your coworker also adores you, Alara, so bye, Shauna. Okay. Circle 17110.
Yes, girly. And there, like we've said, there are different levels of poor. So how are we how are we defining poor? To me it means that we can pay bills. But there's not really much extra. But if you define it differently, then you're going to see it differently. And what's interesting is that because it's the extreme, like if you do find yourself with a lot of money but you hate the job, then you're going to find yourself shifting in towards the middle, where you have less money but you love what you do more. On the other hand, if you're poor but with a job you love, you're going to try to shift yourself also to the middle, to where you have more money but you still love what you do. Oh, that's some good thinking, Rachel. Invest the extra. So still live like you were maybe poor. Invest the extra, retire early, and be happy. One, two, three, four, five. Three, four. Good, 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 good vibrations. Good, 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 good vibrations. Hmm. And the darkness outside starting to affect me. You hit 16% and now you can finally sleep. Good, Peroska. I hope you didn't stay up like too late to get that done. I know, I want Starbucks. Would Starbucks help? I don't know, but it'll make me feel happy. Now where are my scissors? Here they are.
It's only 9 p.m. Just had a tiring day. Yeah. I mean, I'm just sitting here stitching and it's tiring. Wow. Kate. Wow. I can't even fathom. Rachel, apparently it's better to wait 90 minutes after waking up to have caffeine anyway. Yeah, Kate, I can't even fathom that. I think that's why when I'm defining poor, I'm saying you can pay your bills. Like you can do things like that. And you're not having to make life and death choices. To me, that's a different kind of poor. I suppose what I'm thinking is that like it's a functional, I don't know, a functional poor? Is that a thing? It's like there is like a certain amount of inherent privilege in having the luxury, right, of being able to say, this is my level of poor that I'd be willing to be, or this is the level of job I would hate. Yes, Kate, that's why I think that I define poor the way that I do in this situation for this question is because like needs are still being met. You're still able to take care of things. You just don't have much extra.
I don't disagree, Kate. I also think this enters into a much larger conversation of um, that is probably harder in a global audience because of how different. I mean, you brought up being in a different country where you weren't able to work or have benefits. That that situation like very much changes from like country to country or even different areas of the country, and so that becomes a much harder topic when you're going to take it that like on a global level and have to think of it that much. um yeah. Because if we're going to talk about that poor being that poor, then you also have to be able to define what rich is. Because it's not just the division between there's poor, which is not being able to pay bills, and then anything above that being rich. You'd have to also be able to define what rich is, because then that enters into a different conversation of the corruption of high levels of riches that often happen. Right. Well, there's poor and then there's dirt poor. So, like, if you're going to define poor as dirt poor, then when you're looking at rich, you need to look at it as filthy rich. Like, you can't just look at dirt poor and rich, because that scale doesn't. But where does rich start? That's my question. This is what also makes this a very right, but to the poor, middle class is going to feel like rich. But does that define them as being rich? in this conversation. Because if that's how we're defining rich, that's a different conversation. But if we have different ideas of what rich is, same thing with if we have different ideas of what poor is. Like having working definitions that everybody can operate under changes the conversation quite drastically, because now we're talking about um, life and death as a definition of poor, and rich being like drowning in money excessive. And I don't feel like those scales match. The question, Mushu, that sparked all of this was if you would rather be poor but have a job that you loved, or rich and have a job that you hate. But that's actually a very difficult question because you have to define rich and poor, and also love versus hate of the job. I don't think you have to drown in money to be rich, but I also don't think that you have to be choosing between life and death in order to be called poor. Which is why I'm thinking of a higher level of poor. When I'm answering this question, I'm not thinking life and death, even though I know that that's a very real situation for people to be in. Many families, like I absolutely understand that there are many, 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 many families who have to deal with those kind of questions, like your own example, your own experience, right? People who have experienced poor at all different kinds of levels, and I'm thinking a higher level of poor. I'd even bring it down to say, okay, it's not paying bills whatsoever, but that's still different from having to make life and death choices. And I'm not trying to minimize that. What I'm just trying to do is find a common like agreement on, for this question, can we agree on a definition of poor in which to evaluate this question? And conversely, you can have some discretionary income and feel like you're rich, or you can be a billionaire and be extremely rich. Like it's just as much a difference in levels on the rich side as it is on the poor side, and it just makes, like, that's all I'm trying to do is try to like find it a common not definition, but like, can we work with this question at this level, right? Rachel, I understand. Have a good evening or afternoon, whatever it is. Hey, Bridget. That's why I'm trying to define, not define, but can you come to an agreement that we can talk about this question with this level of poor and this level of rich? Can those be defined and narrowed down enough? Accounting that they're yes. The question then changes if you change the agreed upon working definition of it. These questions are false choices. Like they're would you rather questions. Like they're meant to make you think one way or the other. Like you can't you can't have the third option in a would you rather. Yes, this is the Mushu. He's got a fantastic mind. Even when he likes to use hyperbole excessively. One, two, three, four, five. And now I don't even know I'm stitching. No, no, Mushu, I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, because then we hear the answer, but with our own definition. So I think if everyone chooses their own definition, yes, you can choose it personally. I would say personally, not privately. And then share those definitions while answering. That could be worthwhile. But if you're not going to share what definitions you're working under, that's how we enter into conversations like this. Because we're working under different definitions and we're reading the answers of others through those same definitions. Our definition, not theirs. Mushu, we may not all know why. Why don't you tell the class? My smile may say why, but he can also say why. I should stitch while I'm waiting for this answer to come through. Aren't you so lucky? that was my point, is that you need um, a shared understanding of the parameters. I like him too. So there's that. I can't stitch, no. Like background, trying to finish this background? What even is that? I don't need to finish this background. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm trying, Bridget. Um, Catherine, I like that. It impacted no one but you, and maybe that's what most of us were thinking of. A a poor level that didn't impact other people, and a rich level that richer is different. You have to think about it a little differently, but yeah, that's a good succinct way of putting all of this, Catherine. Kate, sorry. Seven. I was going to seven. One, two, three, four. I've been doing good at remembering, Kate. Um, I will, let's see, I'm going to be on for the next 45 minutes until I hit 3 hours. So whatever 45 minutes are, I'm going to get off. I'm going to take a break. And then I will come back on for 2 hours. I don't know when that is, sometime in this evening, but I will be on for 2 hours again later. That's my plan. I'm Eastern time zone. I don't know what time zone you are in, Bridget, but I'm on the eastern side of the states. Kate, what really not messes me up, but trips me up is when people's like YouTube is different from their Instagram and different from their Discord. It's just, yeah. You just agreed to go to the movies? Do you need the skill of taking back what you said? Oh, wait, were you here for that question? This is a case of wanting to be able to take back what you said. Okay, but what movie are you going to go see? Joe, we're thinking the same thing. Apparently there's a meteor shower tonight. That's not something I can see when it's cloudy. Luckiest. He did up to here. She's got a hand in here. I have to do the background enough to where her hand is defined. Mario? Oh, the one that you went to see on his birthday? I can't remember what the last movie I went to see was. I remember seeing Dune and the second Doctor Strange. Which one of those is newer? It was one of those. I very rarely even know what is in theaters. Whoa, that's a long time ago, Kate. Is that just because you don't like to go to the movies or you don't live near one? It's too expensive? Like, Avatar 2 is very long. I've not seen it though. I think that's why I don't go to the movies very often, is because I'm like, really? Tickets are how much right now? There's so much. And we've already talked about how much I don't tend to watch things. Oh, but movie popcorn tastes so good. I love movie popcorn. Like, just the problem though with movie popcorn is that I just want a small size. But the small sizes come in bags. And the bags are like, I don't like the bags. I want like a hard plastic buckety thingy, but bag sized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was more background up in this section than I thought there was going to be. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I knew about this section, but I didn't know about this section. Hey! It's been a while. Where have you been? And remind me, do you prefer to go by Samoya here? I like to bring in outside snacks. I'm a little bit of a rebel that way. Because that's breaking theater rules in like any theater. Though most of the time I just don't bring anything because I don't think about it. We've talked enough for me to remember. It's been a while, but that's okay. The dollar theater is what I grew up with, yep. Well, I guess I would have grown up in Ohio. It's probably the same dollar theater. Nice. Tomorrow's still part of the weekend, right? Because your piece, your nature boy, it's coming along so nicely. And halfway is a big deal.
I'm working with 3 different pages of pattern right now. It's annoying.
You can't stitch and oh, because your pattern keepers on your phone.
I remember we had a family friend who worked at a theater or something. He got um like the pre-show movie tickets, um and he'd give them to our family, so we sometimes would go see um like movies before they were out to the public. That didn't happen often, but it did sometimes. Most times we were on the dollar theater. I mean, there were 7 of us children. Oh, yeah. Space issues is also a thing, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. One 7022 17110. The couch is full of your stitching stuff and the husband. No room for Suki. Womp womp. That's okay. I mean, I'm honored you're choosing me over your stitching. Like that's kind of a big deal. Like, does that mean I'm a big deal? I
think the first, so you saw the first live, that would be the one that most people, if they had to pick one, it should be the first one. Yes, it does. Joe. You've met me, Joe. I'm just a regular person. Here it is. That too is good. Yes, I would say if you're watching the first one, like the first hour to an hour and a half. I recommend it if I do say so myself. Which I guess I do. Did you take a nap, Alara? What are these mumbles meaning? If anyone has said anything or asked me a question, I don't know, you may have fallen asleep. Okay, but please tell me that's not going to mess up you falling asleep later. You didn't fall asleep that long, to be fair. But, like, it was a short nap. But I really hope it doesn't mean that you can't sleep again tonight. I really, really hope so. But maybe it means you won't burn the hamburger helper. Aw, Joe. Do you know who else wishes I lived closer to you? Alara, for one, and Mushu for a second. But we have the retreat to look forward to. Yes, Joe. I will be in the hotel this time. It's so convenient to stay there if you can. And let's be real, that chocolate peanut butter mocha will be consumed at least once per day. Their hotel food is good. Also, I'll be able to eat. That will be very nice. Though my eating wasn't terrible when we were there in March. It wasn't the worst, it just wasn't the best. Okay, where am I? Or at least less rainy. I remember in November last year, it was really windy on the Saturday. It was crazy windy. Enough that I had a migraine because of the storm coming in. Kristen from Canada, who will be there. Um, I think she's looking forward to going back to Jersey's and getting ice cream. I mean, it's already the end of April. I guess there's a whole month before I can really say it's the end of April, but November is 7 months away. So, like, 6.5 months until retreat. I mean, half a year sounds like a long time away, but like 6 months ago was, I don't know. I guess 6 months ago feels like forever away, but wow, Alara, I met you just 6 months ago. Like in person. That's crazy. It'll be here and your evergreen will be finished and you can bring it and it'll be beautiful on the brag table. Are you going to try to frame it before then? Or lay it out unframed? I think a very funny thing for the brag table would be um, all the outline of black in Alara's Dragons of Sabat. You're so close to being done on it.
probably would also make Alara crazy to try to finish it by then. But it would be cool on the brag table. It is a lot of 310. And it would be hard to stick to that much in such a short time span as she's trying to do it. I am content not to have to stitch that much 310. But I really wish I was done this background. Grr. Jan, um, I know Dimensions has some, but they're not the same thing. But I have heard that there is a company, it's brand new, so they have not much, that is licensed for their stamped kits. But I can't remember what I heard. I heard it on someone's floss tube about another person's floss tube where they talked about that company. So I don't actually know the name of the company, and I can't remember whose floss tube it was or whose floss tube they were pointing to. Super helpful. But I remember hearing that and thinking, ooh, that would be, I would love to support them. But that's all I can tell you, and it's terrible information. Hmm. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. Oh, I understand. No, not me. If it comes to you, hate you. I know. I just remember that That's all I remember, and it's sad. I really am hoping that I come across it at some point again. I just realized I can't do it the way I was just trying to do it because
So the cool thing is it does exist, but like I said, they're brand new, hardly anything, if I remember correctly from the video. I'll have to see if I can find it. The other option being you could get a custom printing of a picture you know is safe to be doing, like public domain or one of your own. One, two, three, four. It's very close, Samoya. It's very close to being done. I think so. This is her hand here, and I think that if I fill in like this section, yeah, like I just need underneath her hand, and then there's some blank spaces in here, and if I fill those in, yeah, then I'll be done with the background, and it would be cool. Jan, they do. Um, so I have one of Alera's that is fostered to me, and I really like it for times when either I'm on the go and I don't want to handle a paper pattern in any way. Um, or just like my head is full of other things and I just, again, need something a little bit more brainless. So that's that's when I use the stamped kit. It fills in a hole that otherwise I don't have very much of. I know I was really wanting this one to be I want this background finished. So bad. And it is. It's very close. A little bit, Joe, but not very much. I have a while before I see Alara again, so I kind of haven't given it a lot of time.
Hope she falls asleep. It has gotten some work, just not a lot of it. There's just been like other things going on. Here it is. Like I finished Nomi's all up and it's cute and adorable. Sorry, just marking this off. Trying to remember what path I took. Came down this way. What? Oh, where did I? There we go. There we go. Bex is in the UK, so her kiddo's going to bed for the night. Theoretically. Ugh, it's so close to being done, but I need a break. So, let's see here. Okay. This time it really is close. There's a few spots here and a few spots up here. Why can't I just finish it? Because I just need a break. Um, okay, so I'll be gone an hour or so. At least an hour and a half, probably. I don't know. And then I'll be back. And there'll be another 2-hour live stream today. Okay? We are now up to 19 hours. 19 hours. We've gotten far. I won't finish 24 hours today. I'll have another 3 hours tomorrow. That's very possible, Bex. If she's still napping, then yeah. If she's still napping, then that's probably why she's struggling going to bed. For that reason. She's just not like tired enough anymore. So, okay, my friends,
I will be back later. Bye, Wendy.